man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man. With Gervonta Davis pending court case, be a built-in excuse if he loses to Ryan Garcia. Some people think it'll make him more focused. It didn't bother Floyd before he fought Cotto, even though that was a really, really tough fight. And Floyd was talking cash money shit on 24/7 versus every opponent except for Cotto. So that's how you knew he had respect for Cotto. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they saying some of the reports are saying, I heard Town say he might sit down for 30 days. You got to understand too, he probably gonna be solitary by himself. Maybe an hour to go outside. Floyd said all he ate was like Snickers and shit and did push-ups and sit-ups. But one thing I know about, being isolated, you kind of figure it out. That's like, I agree with Kevin Gates. I always go point back to this. Kevin Gates said he have some of his greatest epiphanies when he by himself. And people kind of, you can't really explain that, especially the people that grew up with brothers and some sisters or like having a lot of people around. See, a lot of people don't even know they like having a lot of people around because they grew up in a house with a lot of people. I didn't. The houses I went to, it was just me and my mom, or it'd be me and my dad, or it'd be my grandparents and me and maybe a cousin or my brother come over every now and again. So, you need to be looking out. Keep backing up and hit me. Give me an excuse not to go in. So usually I had to figure shit out on my own. You know what I'm saying? So like when something went wrong or, I had to, problem solve, it was up to me. I didn't have nobody else to lean on what we should do. So like when you by yourself, you ISO, you're able to reflect on a lot of stuff. That'd be like some of the time when you like, damn, I can't believe I let this nigga slide. Or sometimes it's me just budgeting my bills, like, oh yeah, I gotta pay this, that, and the third. I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Or I just think like, man, motherfuckers fake. Or I gotta do this better. Or and that's the point he gonna go through. And I'm telling you, he sit down for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, whatever it may be. He gonna come out better. He gonna come out changed. He really gonna be able to sit back and look at the entire chessboard of his life and really make those adjustments. And that's what I did. I knew exactly when I came out and I was dealing with my shit by myself. It was just me. I know exactly what I needed to do. I know who I wasn't fuck with no more. I know who wasn't real no more. And sometimes but a lot of times you just can't really, you just so actively moving and you so busy, That's why I always tell people, like, just take a day to sit down and just chill. Every once in a while, just don't do shit. Just sit down and chill. But, I think he gonna be more honed in because he can't afford to get in no more trouble. Then he got another pending case with old girl February 28th. And this is what they do. They give you the materials to hang yourself. It's exactly what they do. They give you all the materials to hang yourself. Even if they dismiss the cases and stuff, that still could be kind of used, against you. Oh, I mean, you had this many people say you did this. All right, man, on the 5th attempt, the 7th attempt, the 10th time, and, all these people can't be lying. So that's what they do. They just build a paper trail, And for him, it's just like, just get better. Get better as a person, as a father, as a man, as a human being. Slow down. There's a lot of people who ain't got no money that's going fast. So imagine what speed he going at. So imagine at what speed he moving at the speed of light. But then, you had him in a chair and he's someone, well, I just don't like walking. I'd rather run. And, like I said, man, it's just, you wouldn't understand people like Tank until you meet them or you grow up with guys like that. Like, I ain't really grow up with a lot of motherfuckers like that. Most of the people I grew up with, we was kind of in the same mindset. That's the type of people I attracted. We was kind of in the same mindset. You know, everybody was taught well educated, but when I got older, I started running to people who you look at who really don't have no chance in life. And when you start meeting them people, and you start looking at those people, you start to understand, bro. You start to understand more, like, damn, certain motherfuckers, they can't help but, be going through what they going because they don't know no better. They don't know no better, bro. And for him, what he grew up with, some of the things he say and do, he don't know no better. But if he lose, then he got a built-in excuse. But, while, I had the case, had to deal with a lot of stuff and going in and out of court, and, it's a fight he shouldn't lose. And if he do lose, bro, his career over with, he'll never be the same fighter again. Even if he win, he lose by a point or a decision or, he'll never be the same fighter again, bro. And I don't see him losing. I mean, I see this as a lopsided tune-up. I see this as all his other opponents. Now, he fights somebody that's probably naturally bigger than him for the first time. So that's something in Ryan Garcia's favor. But I look at Ryan Garcia, I don't even think, skill-wise, he the best opponent he been in there with. Hector Luis Garcia might be more fundamental and more skilled than Ryan. I look at Ryan's feet, they flat, chin up in the air. You know what I'm saying? People point to the speed, like, motherfucking speed is cool. The way Tank fights, speed ain't gonna be a problem. Cause all he do is just, he keep that pressure on you. And eventually Ryan Garcia's speed gonna drop off, and if you already making defensive mistakes while he's fresh, what's gonna happen when fatigue kick in? The mistakes gonna manifest into the huge flaws. Huge flaws. So that's what we do know. So, but I think he'll be all right. If anything, this gonna, obviously, when you gotta go to jail, or you gotta go home, you got to get a whooping from being in school. Days go by fast and weigh on you mentally. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes somebody can take it off your brain. Have a conversation, but it's like the wood. He knew old boy was gonna be waiting for him at the school, and he knew it. And the time was moving fast as hell, and he had to go. And sometimes it ain't as bad as take your Robitussin, bro. You just go ahead and get it out the way. A lot of times when you brace a lot of men brace for the worst. That's a huge difference between men and women. Women hope for the best, men brace for the worst, and they prepare for the worst. That's our mindset. And a lot of young people may not understand that yet. And women could never understand it because everything go in their favor for the most part, man. The system, if they beg and they home, ain't too many women can be homeless unless they drug addicts, bro. A woman ain't gonna be on the street for too long. So many programs, so many people willing to help women. As a man, you won't get that help. That's why men get old. That's why as they get older, they get hardened, and the joy and the happiness, it just dies from our body. It just dies from our spirit. That's why you see a lot of men, leave the church when they get older, because they see it for what it really is. Ain't no hope, ain't no blessing. It's just hard. It's just hard times, hard grinding. And when men get it together at some point in their life, and we figure it out, bro, that don't change. The damage is already done. How we look at the world, how we went through the world, so we just cautious. But women can be optimistic because they know something gonna turn it around and somebody gonna help them and stuff of that nature. So that's just what it is. But he'll be all right. He'll probably be more focused, knock out Ryan Garcia. He get his sentence after that. He just have to get his financials in order. Who gonna manage his, his houses, his estate, his cars, and all that shit. You see Floyd locking shit up with people. I'm gonna let you know he don't trust his people. They'll let you know right then and there that Floyd don't trust his people, bro. And that's one thing you gotta know. You know, all these chicks look good. You know, your homeboys, they seem like your homeboys. But if you go away, you gotta put that money up. You gotta start putting shit up and hiding shit and locking shit up. You can't trust nobody to hold it down while you're gone for 30 days, whatever it may be. I think you got bigger problems than the people that's around you, bro. That's what a lot of people don't understand. These niggas, they love to go shoot above they looks level. A lot of these niggas like to shoot for the dimes and all that. And then when the dimes cash they $100 ass in and break them down all the way to the last cent, then they want to cry and complain and play the victim as men. Niggas don't really be wanting no real bitch. I'm telling you. You hear niggas saying, oh, you know, I can cook for myself. Or I can do this for myself. You know, then you find out real quick and fast. You know what I'm saying? Punani only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? You intellectually have to be stimulated as a man, bro. And a lot of y'all don't understand that, and emotionally. If you still, you know, Punani hungry, you know what I mean? You still a little boy. All the time. There's a time and place for that. All the time. But hey, Tank can figure it out. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. I don't think it's gonna mess up his performance. I think he'd be just as focused, so if not more. So yeah, hit the link tree, thumbs up the video, find me everywhere. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.